Hi kids, welcome back and welcome to the library. Guess what? It's National Library Week, so we have some terrific books to read. But first, I think Dino and Lammy Poo want us to sing our good morning song. Are you ready? You are? All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, Miss Flowers class. How are you? Good morning, Miss Flowers class. How are you? How are you this special day? We're so glad you came today. Good morning, Miss Flowers class. How are you? Good morning. I used a word just now to describe the place where I am. Does anyone remember what that word was? Yes, I said I'm at the library. Does anyone know what the library is? Wow. Dino, could you and Lammy Poo have a seat so that I can show them some words? Yes, okay. Well, let's show you guys some words. And the first one is that word that I just used, library. I'm at the library. And the library is a place where books, magazines, and videos are kept for people to borrow. So you can go to a library and you can borrow a book or a magazine or a video and take it home and read it and bring it back and borrow another one. Isn't that terrific? It is terrific. And there are so many wonderful books at a library. There are hundreds of terrific books to read. And the books are classified according to fiction and nonfiction. And we have our signs up here, nonfiction and fiction. And guess what? There's a person who works at the library. Does anyone know what the person's name is who works at the library and keeps all the books straight and helps you if you need to find one? Yes, it's a person, and it's the librarian. The librarian is a person who works at a library. And it could be a boy or it could be a girl. And the librarian helps you find a book if you need it. The librarian makes sure that all the books are checked out and checked in again so that all of you can have a chance to read all the books who are there. We have a terrific librarian at our school, and guess what? Our librarian is going to read to you today, right after we finish our activity. How does that sound? Yes, that does sound terrific. A nonfiction book is a story or an information book that is true and based on facts. So nonfiction means that that book is based on someone who is a real person, or on an animal that's a real animal, or a place that's a real place. Like where you live is a real place. And like George Washington was really the president. He's a real person. So that would be non-fiction. Then the other classification is fiction. And fiction is what we mostly read. Fiction are books that are stories that are entertaining, but they're not true. They're just really interesting, and they make your imagination just soar, but they're not really true. Like Pete the Cat. Pete the Cat isn't real. Can cats really talk? You're right, they can't really talk, but they are really entertaining, and we love fiction books. So, let's do a little activity, and let's see if we can divide and classify books according to whether they are fiction, They are a story that's entertaining but not true, or nonfiction, which is a book that is based on a real person or a real place or a real thing. Okay? All right, so let's look at our first book. The first book is Billy the Goat's Big Breakfast. Do you think that Billy the Goat really made this breakfast? What do you think? Yes? No? Oh, you're saying no. You don't think goats can really make breakfast? So if this is not true, but it's a really good, entertaining book, would it be a nonfiction book or a fiction book? You're right. It would be a fiction book because it's not really true, but it's entertaining. It's so interesting. So let's put it on the fiction shelf right there, because fiction books are entertaining, but they're not true. All right, let's try another one. Serena Williams. Serena Williams. Is Serena Williams a real person? Is Serena Williams a real person? A real tennis player? Yes, someone said it. You're right. Serena Williams really is a real tennis player. So she's a real person. So would she go under the nonfiction category, or would she go in the fiction category? Yes, you're right. She would go in the nonfiction shelf because Serena Williams is a real person, and nonfiction books are real people or real places or real things. All right. What about the Good Dinosaur? Do you think the Good Dinosaur is real? Do you think that he's real? Let's look at this book. Do you think this is real? No, you're right. This is not real. This is a great story, and there really were dinosaurs, but I don't think they talked. Do you? Nah, I don't either. So, since it's not true or real, would it go on the nonfiction shelf or the fiction shelf? That's right. The Good Dinosaur book would go on the fiction shelf, right there. Okay, let's look at this one. Wow, Shark Frenzy. Now look at this, Shark Frenzy. Does this look like a cartoon shark? No, that looks like a real hammerhead shark, doesn't it? Wow, let's look at the inside of it, okay? This book has lots of words, and man, books are full of words. That's what they're all made of. Look at all of these words. Wow. And look at these pictures. And look, these are facts. A fun fact. In order to catch fast-moving prey, a great white shark can propel itself 10 feet into the air. Wow! What a fact! So this book has real sharks in it and real facts. So would it go under the nonfiction heading on the nonfiction shelf, or would it go on the fiction shelf where things are not real? You're right! It would go on the shelf under nonfiction because these sharks and this information is real and it's true. Okay. One of our favorites. Is Pete the Cat real? No, Pete the Cat isn't real. You're right. He's really fun and he's really entertaining. But Pete the Cat is not a real cat. So, would he go on the nonfiction shelf or the fiction shelf? You're right. he would go on the fiction shelf because he's entertaining, but he's not a real person. He's not a real cat. All right. Let's see. Animals. Wow. This is a great looking book. But we may have to look at it just a little bit to see if it goes on the nonfiction shelf, which is the shelf where books who have true and real people, places, and things, or on the fiction shelf where they're really interesting books, but they're not real things and people. So let's see. Animals. Wow. Let's see here. Oh, look at these pictures. Wow. The great blue heron. You might catch a great blue heron taking a nap, his head tucked underneath his wing. So this book has real facts. And these are real animals in this book. So, which shelf would this book go on? The nonfiction shelf or the fiction shelf? You're right. It would go on the nonfiction shelf because this book has real animals and real information. That's right. Okay, let's try one more. Wow. What about this one? Who is this about? How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That's right. Is the Grinch real? No, he's not real. You're right. So, would the Grinch go on the nonfiction shelf with the books about real people or real places or real things? Or would it go on the fiction shelf about interesting books, but the people or the things aren't really real? Yes, it would go on the fiction shelf. Wow, you're really good at classifying books, whether they are nonfiction, based on real people, real things, and real places, or fiction, which are interesting and entertaining books that we love to read, but they're not about real people or real places. You're really good at this. And guess what? Our guest reader is our librarian from school, and I hope that you enjoy her book about Pete the Cat.
Hey boys and girls, this is Miss Hendricks, and today I'm going to be reading you a story about Pete the Cat. This is one of my very favorite characters. I have a special assistant today. Hallie's going to be helping me. We're going to get Pete dressed as I go throughout the story. So the title of our book is called Pete the Cat, Too Cool for School. Pete wants to look cool. He asks everyone, "What should I wear?" "Wear your yellow shirt," his mom says. "It is my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear your red shirt," Pete's friend Marty says. "It's my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear your blue shirt," Pete's brother Bob says. "It is my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear your long pants," Pete's teacher says. "They are my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear the shorts with the fish," Pete's friend Callie says. "They are my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear the polka dotted socks," the bus driver says. "They are my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear the cowboy boots," Grumpy Toad says. "They are my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear the tie with the stripes," Emma says. my favorite. So Pete does. Wear your baseball hat, his coach says. It is my favorite. So Pete does. Pete puts on all the clothes. Does he look cool? No, Pete looks silly. He also feels very hot. Pete goes home. He changes his clothes. Pete puts on his favorite shirt. Pete puts on his favorite pants. Pete puts on his favorite socks. Pete puts on his favorite shoes. Pete puts on his sunglasses. Pete says, now I am cool. If you want to be cool, just be you. Thank you for listening today, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed our story.
Bye.